The Croatian First Principle, a focused examination into the soul of the Adriaticentric. Discovering the Dvoeverie of the Croatian spirit. Mindfulness is often misconstrued as simply relaxing or emptying the mind. At its core, it is an active mental skill and the single most critical first principle of consciousness, the practice of intentional, non-judgmental attention in the present moment. This deliberate practice is the foundation of the expanded mindset, a state of heightened clarity and reduced emotional reactivity essential for peak performance and well-being. The ultimate goal is to transition from mindlessness, living life on autopilot, to mindfulness, full, intentional presence. Hook, Croatia is not merely a tourist destination defined by the stunning Adriatic coast. It is a profound cultural crossroads defined by a unique spiritual resilience. We apply the first principle of cultural analysis. To understand a people, one must understand the unique pressures, languages, and ancient beliefs that forged their identity. The Croatian identity first principle. Croatia's identity is founded on Dvoeverie dual faith, the ancient synthesis where pagan deities, folk legends, and later Christian traditions coexist. This blending of spiritual worlds is the soul of Croatian resilience and is directly reflected in its art, folklore, and regional differentiation. Chapter 1. The First Principle of Geography and Geopolitics, the Ally Effect. Detailed examination. 1.1. The shaping force of the Adriatic Sea. The Adriatic Sea is not merely a border for Croatia. It is the central nervous system of its culture, climate, history, and economy, maritime economy and fisheries. The Adriatic is relatively shallow and biologically rich, sustaining a vital fishing economy. The economic effect of aquaculture, mussel, and oyster farming is significant to coastal GDP, though it must be balanced against the pressures of tourism, island life, and culture. Croatia's coastline includes a staggering 1,244 islands, islets, and rocks. Only about 50 of these are permanently inhabited, yet they create unique, self-contained cultural ecosystems. Life on the islands fosters a resilience and reliance on the sea that is more profound than on the mainland. The climate divide. The Dinaric Alps dictate a massive climate shift. Adhering to the first principle of climatic influence, the coast features a Mediterranean climate CSA, while the interior is dominated by a continental climate DFB, leading to extreme seasonal variation. Detailed examination. 1.2. The Ally Effect. Defining regional pressures. Croatia's location at the historical crossroads of three major European spheres, Central Europe, the Balkans, and the Mediterranean, means its identity is constantly negotiating external pressures. The Central European influence, Slovenia, Hungary, Austria. Historically, this alignment pushed Croatian culture toward a Habsburg Austro-Hungarian intellectual and architectural style, for example, Zagreb. This legacy facilitates strong democratic and economic integration into the European Union. The Balkan pressure, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro. The centuries-long, often turbulent, linguistic and cultural exchange, alongside the 20th century conflicts, contributes to the deep-seated psychology of national defense and cultural distinction. The Italian or Venetian bridge. Italy is less an ally and more a cultural parent to the Dalmatian coast. The centuries-long rule of the Venetian Republic left an indelible mark on architecture, maritime law, and the adoption of Mediterranean cuisine staples like pasta and olive oil. Chapter 2. The First Principle of the People and Their Beliefs. Dvoeverie and Faith. Detailed examination. 2.1. The Croat people, resilience and heritage. Ethnogenes. The Croat identity solidified following the arrival of Slavic tribes in the 7th century, who interacted with and absorbed the existing Roman and Illyrian populations. The psychology of survival. Examine the deep national resilience forged by constant struggle. Centuries under foreign powers, Hungarian, Venetian, Ottoman, Habsburg, and the intense struggle for independence in the 1990 seconds. This history breeds a strong sense of national pride and local loyalty. Detailed examination. 2.2. The core of faith, Roman Catholicism and its traditions. Antemurale Christianitatis, bulwark of Christendom. The historical role of defending Christian Europe against the Ottoman Empire cemented the bond between the Croatian identity and Roman Catholicism, making the faith a crucial marker of cultural distinction. religious practices and rituals, focused exploration into specific Croatian Catholic traditions, such as the veneration of the Black Madonna, for example. Maria Bistrica, and elaborate Easter processions, for example, the Zakrin on Hvar, and how these rituals maintain social cohesion. Detailed examination 2.3. The spiritual heritage, Dvoeverie and folklore. Croatian spirituality is an intricate blend, defined by the phenomenon of Dvoeverie dual faith, the ancient synthesis where pre-Christian pagan beliefs survive and coexist alongside official Christian rites. Dvoeverie defined, detail how pagan beliefs and Christian rites coexist. This includes nature worship, spirits in the forests and waters alongside Christian saints, providing a profound context for local legends. Fairies and waters. Vile, focused exploration into the belief in vile fairies, nymphs, or Slavic nature spirits. Vile are generally depicted as beautiful female entities associated with natural sources, springs, rivers, and forests. They often possess healing and magical powers rooted in the natural world. Stone stories and nature spirits. Discuss how stones and specific geological formations in the karst regions carry spiritual significance in Croatian folklore, often connecting to earth spirits and ancient legends. Chapter 3. The first principle of culture and cuisine, taste and tradition. Detailed examination 3.1. The language question, a linguistic analysis. Croatian, Serbian, and Bosnian are mutually intelligible, but the differences follow the first principle of linguistic variation. Political separation formalizes minor differences into distinct standards, scripts, and pronunciation. Croatian exclusively uses the Latin alphabet. Serbian often uses Cyrillic. Standard Croatian and Bosnian use the Ijukavian pronunciation, for example, Malayako, while Standard Serbian often allows Ikavian Maleko. Vocabulary and purism. Croatian language policy is generally more purist, emphasizing new Croatian-sounding words, neologisms to replace foreign loanwords, for example, zrakoplov for airplane, contrasting with Serbian and Bosnian, which often adopt foreign terms directly and retain more Turkic loanwords. Dialects. The standard language is based on the Neo-Shtokavian dialect, but older Chakavian coastal and Kajkavian northern or Zagreb dialects still shape regional speech. Detailed examination 3.2. Cuisine. The four pillars of Croatian flavor. Croatian cuisine is a cuisine of the regions due to the dramatic geographical and historical influences. The continental kitchen, Slavonia, heavily influenced by Hungarian and Austrian cuisine. Dishes are rich, warming, and use lard for cooking, featuring paprika-heavy stew. Zobanik, the Dalmatian kitchen, coastal, a true Mediterranean diet using olive oil, fresh seafood, and aromatic herbs. Signature dishes include food baked under a bell peka and slow-cooked beef stew. Patakata, wine and olive oil. Discuss the indigenous grape varieties, for example, Plavuk, Mali, Poip, and the ancient tradition of Dalmatian olive cultivation.